Today we're talking about return to work. Return to work programs are also known as modified duty or light duty programs, which are part of a workers' compensation claims management program. In its basic sense, a return to work program permits injured workers who are unable to perform their usual job duties the ability to work in a limited or modified light duty capacity as they recover from their injuries. Now you may be saying, why would I pay an injured worker to come back to work and do less work than he or she was doing prior to an injury when workers' compensation would pay them their lost wages? That's a fair question. There are several reasons which I'll share with you, but the key point I want to make is that return to work is just one strategy to reduce the long-term costs of workers' compensation insurance and worker injury costs. These strategies we'll discuss are for larger firms, especially in industrial or contracting firms where workers' comp premiums are high and aggressive control measures are needed to reduce costs and improve productivity. So why does a return to work program make sense? First, one of the greatest cost drivers in workers' compensation claims is litigation. When an injured worker elects to hire a workers' comp lawyer, you will see the cost of that claim increase. It'll drag on for a longer period of time, and you'll end up with nothing but a multitude of headaches. In my experience, injured workers who hire an attorney to represent them in a claim do so for a few reasons. The first is usually because of a failed communications policy, where the injured worker is left in the dark about how workers' comp claims are supposed to work, what the employer's intentions are, and the injured worker has an overall feeling of isolation. Second, if an injured worker is not brought back to work on modified or light duty, they're sitting at home watching daytime television. And who advertises on TV during the day? You got it, workers' comp attorneys. It's a pretty vicious cycle. Getting employees off the couch and back to work feeling productive and engaged is the best way to keep workers' compensation claims free of litigation, which will only increase costs as well as lower employee morale. Second, a return to work program helps retain experienced workers, reduce turnover, and improve employee morale for the entire workforce. The quickest way to destroy morale or employee retention is to demonstrate that you don't care about a worker after they've been injured. Now that may sound harsh, but maybe you do care. But leaving your injured worker solely in the hands of your insurance company is going to feel like abandonment. Return to work demonstrates to the injured worker and all other employees that you do care. You want to retain talent, and you're going to find ways to engage injured workers as best as you can. Third, a return to work program helps maintain and increase productivity. Even while working in a light duty capacity, an experienced worker who's recovering from an injury can help your business achieve its objectives. It creates an ongoing value-based relationship that also enhances employee morale. Rather than facing an injury and recovering on their own, as I mentioned, sitting at home on the couch, the injured worker is engaged with their coworkers. It helps maintain social connection between workers and permits that recovering employee to demonstrate and use their skills in other areas of your company. Lastly, a return to work program helps reduce the cost of workers' compensation through your experience rating modifier. In many states, a workers' comp claim which incurs no lost time dollars receives a discount on the entire value of a claim in the experience mod calculation by as much as 70%. Unfortunately, New York does not include this discount in its experience mod calculation, but keeping lost time dollars out of your loss runs does help your mod, even in New York. Here's the bottom line. A return to work program is as part of an overall workers' compensation claims management process, helps reduce costs, improve productivity, build employee morale, and positively impact your bottom line. And it's part of our Comp Control 360 process. Want to learn more about how we can help better manage workers' compensation costs from a fresh perspective? Why not give me a call or drop me an email and let's set up some time to chat. As I mentioned, for larger industrial firms, the cost of worker injuries can have a huge impact on your firm's bottom line beyond just the premiums you pay for insurance. Let us help you get that under control. Thanks.